For the next 2 days, we're going to be working in this file. We're going to be relying on a whole bunch of different tools and techniques we've learned in the last 2 units. For example, we're going to need to make shapes with our shape tool. We're going to need to fill those shapes with color and stroke. We're going to need to work on arrangement, sending things forward and back. We're going to need the direct selection tool to pull parts to make specific components. And we're going to need the ShapeBuilder tool to create complex shapes. So it's a mixture of all the things you've learned in this class thus far. Let me give you some words of advice so that this goes smoothly to you. First things first, you only need to do 2 characters in total. You can do 2 monsters, 2 adorable animals, or 1 of each. Okay? If you happen to finish early, I can give some extra credit for you creating a scene for this monster or this animal to be in. But overall, we're working with 2 things. I'm going to start with this first kind of figure here. And in order to do this well, it really is about thinking about what shapes make up the monster or the animal. For example, in this case, I can tell monster has a lot of circles or ellipses. So I know that I'm going to have to use this tool quite a bit. Right? I also see that this has a rounded rectangle in the bottom. So I'm going to need a rectangle. Then I'm going to need to get these little circles to go in. And I might need to rely on my little eyedropper over here to steal this color. So a lot of it is going to be building piece by piece and being really particular. But let me show you specific things that throw people off. For example, these little circles right here, they look like they're being cut off the edge of the monster animal. So I'm going to speed through this next part, but I'm going to show you how you do that. We're going to start off with an ellipse. So now I have my ellipse with my other ellipse. In order to make it look like it just clips off, I have to select both shapes, go to the shape builder, and then I have to hold down my modifier key, Option, to erase it. That's one technique you can use. Then you have things like this, right? Like, how did I make this shape? Well, it's probably 2 ovals. I'm going to rotate it a little so it's like tilted. And I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to make this one a different color just so you can see it. And I'm going to put it like right around here. Now when I select these 2, I'm doing the same thing. Shape Builder. And I'm just erasing this. And now I've made that exact shape. So a lot of the parts that look complicated, it's just a mixture of shapes and the shape builder. Okay, the more technique you rely on from previous knowledge, the better. And if you're stuck on anything, really think about, if you zoom in, like, what is the base shape of this? Okay, now the animals are, in my opinion, a little simpler. They have a little bit more just geometric shapes. So if you feel like you're really struggling with this, maybe try one animal first before you try a monster. But if you're like, I want to be challenged, these are where the challenges lie. Be patient with your work, save often so you don't lose your progress, and good luck.